Welcome everybody, how are you? Bienvenidos a todos, ¿cómo están? Okay friends, so last week we finished to improve, to change the design here for our wings. The design that we used on we created with geometry nodes, and also we created this part, the border here, we use for this particle system. So today we're going to see if we can finish these wings and maybe start working on the main file to export it and bring it into the main file. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, remember that here for the particle system I use this mesh, and this was the, let me see, what is the design. This one is the design that I used. So this is what we have. For these feathers, the borders here, I am not going to add more details, like for example some details like this one. I am not going to do that. Here I am only going to maybe add more subdivision here and apply because this is something that we want, but it is not going to be like this. You may ask, but look, at some parts it is not looking well, but don't worry, because it is not going to be completely like this. We're going to, for example, maybe delete some feathers to clean the design, maybe add some feathers here in the parts that we may need some feathers, and then we're going to remesh this design. So we're going to have the design, the separation, all the divisions here of each feather, but we're going to smooth all of this design and create a new mesh that we're going to decimate it later. Okay, so that's the plan for this part here. Let me bring my, and let's see how it is going to look. Remember that here I don't know how it is going to look. I just came with ideas and then we test it. We test the ideas and see if it is working for what we want. Let me see, where is the body? I want the body. Okay, so look, we do not need to add more. I thought that we need to add, for example, here, but no, this is not the case. Let me do something. I remember also another thing, that is, let me hide all the other feathers just for a moment, because I'm going to increase the subdivision here, and I don't want it to have a lot of topology right now. Let me okay, I'm going to, no, this is the new one, and this is small. Okay, let me move, if I do small, okay, let me move this to a new collection that is going to be wings final border. Okay, and also we're going to move that to that collection, this part. Okay, now I can hide my wings, the other part. Also, there is something very important that I want to see here. Let me bring my, what is my body, my head. Let me bring just the main feathers, just for a moment, I want to see something. Wing large. Where is the origin? The origin point is in here. I wanted to see if I have like maybe I already delete all the other groups, right? The one that we used. Yes, I think that we already do that. I want to see how it is going to look in the other side, the borders. Let me create but let me see if I have maybe something here from the previous design. I think that no, I delete all of those feathers, the previous, the base. Yes, I think that I did that. That's not good. No, I don't know why I'm going to delete that. So the only thing that I can do right now is to create a new shape and use that as the reference object for the mirror. Yes, because I'm going to use mirror here. Let me see. I think that I do not have. Oh no, I already. Here the first part is, let me see. No, the same thing. Let me see with large again. Let me no, create something here, a reference. You select the other part, this one. Yes, this is like the, maybe we can do that. We can do that. But no, I'm going to create a new shape. If I create here a mirror, look, this is what is going to happen. My wings are going to be like here. Here, the symmetry is going to be like maybe here. No, and I don't want that. So I'm going to create a new object. I'm just going to create a plane, and that plane I am going to maybe just rotate it in X. Move it. No, I don't need. No. Just I need to move it to place it in this side. But let me here all transform. Now I have this as the main. This is X. Okay. Going to place it here, and then I have to leave it like that. Now let's check. Let me hide all the other feathers. Let me select this group to see how it is going to look. I'm going to apply a mirror just for a moment to test it. Mirror. this. So let me select the reference here, and I am going to rotate it easy like this. Okay, we're going to use this to control our feathers. Here I only have two. Only two. Okay, now let me do the same with this one. Again, select this. Let me see here. Okay, so that's the plan. I'm going to use this as reference. Okay, now let me delete all of this. The mirror, I just wanted to see. Here, let me delete that, and let me hide. I'm going to call this wings mirror reference. I'm going to hide it just for now. Now let me short. No, what is my body? I'm going to hide my body. Okay, I'm going to hide the other groups of feathers, large, short. Okay, now I'm going to add more topology here. Subdivision, okay, solidified. I'm going to add another one, and I think that maybe, but I don't want to polish this. I'm going to add another one. So with 3, I'm going to do this with 3. What is this? I think that this is backup. Okay, let me save, and now I am going to duplicate it and move it to backup. Select this. Also, I think that I don't need to do this with this. I'm going to apply all the properties into mesh, and now I'm going to apply this. Make this instance real. Let me duplicate it again just for a moment. Move it to backup. This one's make instance real. Okay. Now this is the main body, right? Just great. So now we have our feathers. Now let me clean this. For example, here let me delete some feathers that look, this one for example. And also to do this in a better way, no, I don't want to. I don't want to do that. But it is better. I was thinking that maybe I can remesh this, but maybe we're going to have some issues because we don't know if there are like this space in between these feathers. So to be sure that we do not have those kind of issues, maybe let's bring back our this one. I'm going to delete here the particle system. How I delete this? Okay. Great. Let me just go for a moment. Let me see if my backup is working. Great. Just in case something happens, you never know what is going to happen. Okay. So I bring back this one. Because I'm going to close this shape and I'm going to use this to help to the remesh process. That is what I'm going to do. Okay, let me just work with this one for a moment. Start deleting here. We should delete, or we just fix this with the, I don't know, with the smooth brushes. Here, let me start to fix this. Bringing here, like that. Here we have a lot of this. Let me delete some feathers that we are not going to need. Here we have a lot of... We're going to leave this, for example. Maybe it helped us for the remesh. Oh, no, we can delete it. Okay, let me see. Oh, here, what is this? Okay, I think that now I'm going to close the other shape and then we're going to do the remesh to see the result. I'm going to move it to backup. No, but first, subdivision surface. Let me see if I want here. Let me see there. Well, just it's not working. Just like that, just like that. You know what? Maybe here I should make this a little bit wider. Let me bring back my. No, what is the small? I think small. So we don't need these feathers. Look, we don't need this. We don't need that. We can use it to move it in here, or maybe we can use this. Let me see. Look at this. I don't want these separated feathers. I need to fix this. we have to fix this part a lot. I think that is just because this part, I don't want to feel this to be near this. It would be maybe good, but no. The main thing that I want to do is just to make this close to the other ones. I don't want to have like spaces like this, because that is going to be not good for our remesh. That's what I'm trying to do. For example, on the other side, no, we don't have to do that. Maybe just a few adjustments, but not too much. The thing is with this side has a lot of feathers in not a good position, so I am changing that. These spaces I want to clear, to fill, sorry. For example, here I think that maybe we need to fix this because it's not good. Fly, Robin, fly. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Fly, Robin, fly. going to hide this and I'm going to move it in the right place because I think that there is, let me see, check this place. Let me fix it. I think that we are not going to need this. Okay. Now I think that we can continue. Okay, now let me fix this part. Okay, now let me move it close to the, or if I do not move it close to this part, I am going to maybe try to modify it, or move this with the other feathers, close to the other feathers. So let me try this for a moment. And now let's move it here close to the mesh. Now look this part. Let's move it closer to the mesh. Okay, music stopped and I'll go for some water. I'll be back in a moment. Let me just move this one. Last feathers here near the border, near the mesh. But by moving this too close to the mesh, I lose. Now let me delete this. I cannot see the new feathers. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'm back, let's continue. I was saying that if I move this too close to the mesh, I'm going to lose, I'm not going to see them there. But let's try. Thing is that we don't want to have any. Let me also try to change this to. Hello, welcome, grazie, benvenuti. It's not working. Let me do the other technique. No. Wait, I pressed the wrong key. I wanted to just to isolate it and let's do this. Okay, and now I have to reduce this value, lower, to make it lower. Let me do 5. No, 2. Just that's the first thing to do. No, 2 is not 0.5. Okay, great. Now it is better for our look. Now it is better for our feathers. But we still have to move some of them closer to the main mesh. Let's see if all of this work is what we want. Okay, I think that this is what we need. Just look here. Let me fill this one. This space. Okay, I think that now it is ready to see if we can remesh this. Let me just change this small this away. These feathers here. Uh-huh. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Sorry, not. Let me wait a moment. Forgot about this one. Do not leave. We do not want spaces here. Hello, welcome. I am just trying to clean to here the in-between spaces that we have for our feathers, because now I'm going to remesh all of this and I don't want spaces here, gaps, so we don't have any issue for these borders. Maybe, I don't know if you were here the last week, but we use particle systems to create these feathers. Okay. So we use particle systems to create these borders here. And now I am just fixing trying to fill small gaps that we may face, and I am going to remesh. I am doing this because I want to remesh this, and then we are going to smooth and clean all of these maybe things that we have here. And this is the last part for our process of the wings, of course. Let me see here. Let me see, just one moment. Okay, I'm going to move this one. Let me. No gaps. Remember, no gaps. Okay, let's try now to do this. Going to save this just in case, and select, let me hide this. I'm going to select everything and move it to a special folder, to a new collection, backup borders, just in case we need to go to this part and now do all the process again. Okay, now that we hide this, I'm going to select everything. I'm going to join it. I already saved this, I remember. Yes, let's see if this is going to work. Sorry, I forgot about this. I forgot to apply all the... Forgot about to convert this into mesh. Now I can join it. All transforms, and let's see. Let's go here to sculpt mode. We have 2 millions. We need to lower that value. Let's try with 0.05. Okay, that's not what we want. 0.05, no. 0.01. We don't want to get these 2 million faces, just in case, but we need something that we can see the details, okay? That's what we want. 0.07. No, but yes, we are close, I think. Okay, not yet. 0.05, 0.03. I think that this one is there. Close. Almost there. Okay, I think that maybe this one. I don't know what. Maybe let me. I don't understand your question, but maybe let me see if I understand you. You want to say that how are you going to save this to convert it into texture? I don't know. The only way to convert this into a texture that we can use after, maybe for example as normals, as normal normal texture, or maybe diffuse, or those kind of things. The only way to convert something in 3D into a something that we can use later for texture, maybe as decals, is if you create here a camera, you add a camera here, and then you apply a material, and with that material you have to add an empty object. I think, I don't remember, I did that, but I don't remember how to do it. It is something easy. Then you can move that empty object to come it closer here, because we're going to render that. And remember that when we render something, we need lights. But in this case, the light is going to be controlled by that object. So when we move it closer here to this mesh, we are going to see the shades and all of that. We're going to see something white, and we just press remesh to all of this, and we're going to have an image here that it is going to have all of this detail, but the detail is going to be this. It's going to be this we're going to see. We're going to see this shape here with this kind of feathers, and you can see the shadows, something like that. But there is no way to, like, you are going to have like maybe feather and feather. The way to do it is, again, you convert this, you just separate that feather, move it here, put it another here, and try to convert like a pattern here to create a pattern, and then add the camera and render that. So that's the only way, and then you can use that as a texture you can apply it to a mesh. Maybe that is what you wanted to say. So if you are thinking about that, that's the way. But here with this right now, here it is not way. The other way to do it is I can create, for example, another mesh and try to follow the shape of this one, but it is going to be very complicated because this mesh, look, it is not something that we may want to use to try to do that method. So to move it closer, a low poly version of this, a retopology version of this. Of course that we are not going to have the feathers, we're going just to have mesh here, polygons close to the, following just the, for example this, following this. Okay, once we have that, we can maybe add a shrink wrap modifier, put it here. We can apply the cage method, maybe to, we're going to do this, to bake all these high poly textures into the low poly textures, the low poly model, sorry, the high poly details here into the low poly model, but you just want to select something that is called selected to active to do that. But in this case, because this shape is very special, very not usual, very complicated to replicate, we want to use the low poly that we already created, duplicate that and increase the size, but not the size I mean with S, that you make it bigger, the size but following normals, okay, something like that, to expand it, not to increase, to expand it, but to maintain the shape here, to follow the shape. And we're going just to move it a little bit, vertex by vertex, vertex by vertex, trying to cover all of this and not have any face that is behind the high poly. We just want to cover everything and move it closer, but not under the we do not want the high poly to overlap that second copy of our retopology. Then we go to bake again, and then we're going to press something that is going to cage, and we're going to select that cage. It's going to be the copy of the retopology, and then we bake, and then the new low poly mesh is going to have all of these details. That's the other way to do things here. We have to bake textures, but I think that with this it is not good, because look at this. It is better to find another way. Let me see now if I can clean this, can I smooth this. There is something here, let me mask, that you do that when you are modeling, when you are creating textures. It is like Substance Painter when you do that in Substance Painter, but here you have to do it one by one. For example, I never use Substance Painter because you have to pay that, so I don't have money to pay that, and I do everything here on Blender. But I think that for Substance Painter you have to here on Blender to duplicate this. Let's say that you have more pieces, you have to move it, separate those pieces with its low poly copy, and then you have to export it into Substance Painter, and you have to move some things, to change some settings, and then you can bake something like that. Here it's something similar, but here you have to you need to do it one by one. So one side, and hide everything, the other shapes, and hide all the other shapes, and also hide the render. Because if you know that you do not do that, when you, let's say that you want to bake the ambient occlusion texture, you're going to have a lot of issues, because the ambient occlusion is like considering all the other objects, and it doesn't matter if you hide them. You have to hide also the render, disable it to render. So that's what you have to keep in mind. The sword, remember that I showed the sword that I created, the shield, the dagger that I created, the Celtic weapons that I created, and I upload that on CG Trader and on my online stores. Okay, to do that, I have to do the things that I already told you. Let me see if I want to see what is there is an option here to make this like a smooth, but I don't remember. I just use that thing one time, but no, I don't remember where is that option. It is something that you just, to make it like a little bit, maybe it's this one. No, this one. The brush smear. No, I don't remember that brush, so I'm only going to use and remember that this is Blender 4.4. I never checked all the new options here. I used the Blender 4.2. With this project I just upgrade the Blender version. I don't remember, there was something here, I don't remember the name. There was some option here that you can slightly use that to maybe to clean a little bit the mesh, but I don't remember. Let me use smooth. I'm going to change this to 0.4. Let's try with 0.4. Okay. Let's see this. We're going to smooth. Ooh, that was too much. Let's make it lower, this value, 0.2. You don't have to worry about this because we're not going to see this, but these parts, yes. So that's why I move this and not leave gaps in between this, because look, I'm going to have these kind of things, but with all the work that we did today, it is better, because if I did not do that, we're going to have here a lot of issues. And look, here we still have something that maybe we don't want. For example, no, it is not perfect, but it is good. And here for example, we can fix smooth all of these parts that we don't want. This like overlapping. This, I don't want this. What else? Let me find those kind of things that I would not like to see here on my, look at this. But this is the last part of this is the last part. we don't have to worry about this. Let me move here. Here we have some of those overlapping, maybe. Look at this. This is what I was talking about. I don't want this. Look at this. Did you see these things here? Okay, this is not good. So I think that I need to do more to fix this. I need to add maybe another things and try not to leave some gaps. Why we don't want this? Because maybe here for the render it is not going to be a big deal, because we just smooth this and we don't have to worry. But for 3D printing this is going to be an issue. Let me just now for 3D printing this is the issues that you don't want to have. So I think that I need to do this again and clean and leave no space in between this. Just I want my feathers to be like this, not this. We can have something like this, so we can, for example, later just come here and just add some details like this. We can have that, look, because later we can start drawing, but this is not good. No. And I want to do it in the right way, and this is not good. So I think that we are going to do this again. This is going to be a lot of work. No, not a lot of work, but we have to do it in the right way. At least we know what is the remesh value that we are going to use. 0.002. Okay, let me write that value here just for later, but we need to fix this. I can leave it like that, but as I already told you, when I'm going to prepare this for 3D printing, there's going to be a lot of issues that I have to fix, and that's not good. Okay, let me here mesh borders value. Let me see again, 0.002. So I think that we want to fix this. We have to do it again, but just start to not again all of this. Just bring back our backup and start there to move or again some feathers. That's the thing that we have to do. So let me delete that and let me bring back my backup. Okay, this is my backup, right? I'm going to fix this one and then I'm going to copy and move it into the final version. Okay, so let's here with the backup start to fix this again, to move some feathers here. For example, this was not good. We have to change the rotation, or maybe move this here. Try to fill all the gaps. Again, for the render version, maybe we are not going to notice, but if I want to do this for 3D printing, we're going to have a lot of things to clean later, and that's not good because we're going to do more job because we did not do a good thing here, and that's not something that you should do. That's what I think. Okay, now we don't have gaps maybe here. Okay, we can have this space. Okay, here, let me check this part. This part looks, it's like special. Let me, we don't want to move it down because the other feathers are here, so how can I fix this? You know what, another way to fix this is to add snow, but then we have to add a lot of mesh there. The other thing is maybe create some kind of mesh here and just put it here and cover that. That's what I usually do with the models at the end when I am preparing that for 3D printing. Fill those gaps with those things, but here we can see. So maybe let's use what we have. Okay, no gaps. Here I need to fix this. Ooh, this is not good. This is not good. Okay, now it's better. Here I think that we don't... How can I fix this one? Okay, now it is better, no more gaps here, but here we want to have some gaps. Let me clean this one. Okay, I can use this one. No, this one. Okay, great. This one, let me do it here. Ooh, look at this part. Okay, better. This part, I need to fix this. You know what? I have a better idea. I'm going to remesh all of this and then try to see where I have gaps, then just fill it with another feather until we have a better result. That's also, maybe we can do that this a little bit faster. In this, we have to rotate all of these feathers here, or maybe we can do this. No, let me use what we have. Okay, let's try it. Let me fix the name. No, I think that we can try again this. No, this part. We need to fill some gaps here. A rice? What rice? I still do not have the channel with monetization. We need to reach some goals to do that. So I am still doing this for no money. But if you want to support, I just created the last week a PayPal link if you want to support the channel, because I'm going to start I started to streaming on other platforms. I started on Kick, and I'm going to start on Twitch too, to have more to do this, to have more things that I can sell. Or maybe you can support me trying to buy one of my models. Okay, I think that it is better. Oh no, look at this. We have to do it in the right way. I know that this is maybe frustrating, but we need to do it, because it is going to be perfect once we finish it. Okay, like that. Also, I am thinking on opening a Patreon, but I am not deciding yet what I am going to give you, what I can offer to you. Maybe my models, maybe we're going to upload models each month for the people to want to help me with Patreon. I'm still working off those things, but there are too much things to do. I wish I can have more time. Yesterday I tried to do it, some kind of animation for the screens here for the streaming, but it was not good. So I'm going to do it in 3D. I'm going to animate the lines and the elements of the screen that I use for the streaming with Blender here in 3D. So if you want to make this maybe faster, you don't have to do all of this. I wanted just to keep all these details, but maybe you just have to create a mesh and then start sculpting the details. It would be more faster, just in case you are asking. But there is no way to do it faster. Yes, there is a way, and it is not doing what I am doing. There are some times that I want now for my personal projects to try some things that maybe are not efficient, but I want to test that to see if that works. For example, in this case, particle systems. I want to see if we can do that. Also, maybe there should be a way to use the sculpt brush and just move it down. It will be faster too. The sculpt mode to do this, and then I can just fill the gaps faster. Let me see, but I need a bigger brush. For example, like, oh, no, sorry. This was a mistake. What is happening? This is connected, I think, with the original object. Maybe if I clean the parent, maybe this will work. But no, let's do it in this way. I just need to adjust these feathers. Ooh, music stopped. So I think that we're going to let me just test now if it is better, because we're going to, if tomorrow it is happening the same thing, we're going to try to finish this tomorrow. I cannot still keep this doing with here taking too much time to do this. It is okay if I try it, yeah, but not a week with doing only this. That's not also something good. I think tomorrow we're going to do this. I'm going to remesh this, and then I'm going to start adding more feathers here in the gaps that we may see that, oh no, this is going to be a problem. Okay, I'm going to just add feathers there. That's what I'm going to do. This I'm going to do tomorrow. That's what I do for all the 3D printing models that I create, because there is always maybe, especially when the model is very detailed, very complex model, you always maybe miss some gaps here, and when you try to remesh, to join, to merge, you're going to see those things that you don't want, and the better way to fill that is just create a mesh and cover that and then remesh again. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. That's the best idea that I have right now. And I want to go now because I want to start the streaming now on Kick right now, not to do it at night, because at night I am not thinking, because I am very tired. I'm tired right now, but it is better if I do this at morning instead of doing this at night. At night you do not think well. Okay, less gaps. Yes, but uh, I really want to be this, to make this for a living. So I know that it is a lot. I am not sleeping well, but I wanted this. So that's, you have to make some sacrifices to get what you want. I'm going to try. Okay. For example, the gaming streaming nights. I enjoy playing games, but it is too much. That time I really want to sleep, but I have to do it for the channel. And I really enjoy. I really enjoy playing games. I like Doom. Also, when people came here, but I want to play at night because in the other part of the day I am creating 3D. So if I do playing games at night, at the morning, at night I'm not going to think. I'm not going to be able to do 3D. That's why I play at night. You have to sacrifice some things. And remember, we all have different situations, so try to do what is better for you. Just keep in mind that you don't have to hurt others. That's the only thing that you have to think about. One day maybe we can relax. I can lower here the work on this, especially not earning anything, because I know that in the future I'm going to earn this, and I want to do that. And I don't know if I can do it. I just have to try it. Okay, let's test this. Let's test this. First, again, remember, I'm going to select everything and I'm going to move that to the other collection, the collection where we are going to, and let me add, I think that I'm going to apply this because I don't want to, I always forgot about that. Let me play some music. Just to finish this. We are here, right? We are here. Border. Let me apply here the convert this into mesh. Let me hide my backup collection. Okay, great. I'm going to select everything and join. Let me save. Let me save. It didn't work. What happened? Okay, now it worked. I'm going to apply all transforms. Like this should be when I do remesh. If it is like this, it is perfect. I just have to smooth, but this is not the case. Let me try with 0.002. That was the last one. Let me try with 15. We don't have to the value to be more than this. Let me remesh. I already saved. Yes, I have my backup, so there is no problem with this. Remesh. No, I think that was too much, but no, it is. Look. Okay, this is a better result. So maybe tomorrow I'm going just to fill some gaps. For example, here I'm going to add another, just to, yes, it is looking better. Look, all the detail. Of course, that after this we're going to apply our smooth corrective. Then we are going to decimate. So don't worry. We are not going to use this. This is too much. Yes, it is better. Great. All the work that we did, it was good. The best part when you do something like this is when you say, okay, it was worth it. So now I'm going to prepare the thumbnail, and tomorrow we're going to start fixing, just adding small feathers maybe here in between these parts, and then we're going to smooth and finish our wings. Yes, tomorrow we're going to finish the wings. Okay. Ooh. Great. Okay, friends, so this is all for today. Please remember, if you're new to this channel, remember to subscribe, give it a like, share this content with others, and leave a comment below, and let me have a better. Okay, leave a comment below. You can follow me on social media accounts, X, Instagram, and TikTok, where I am uploading things about 3D and games. If you want to collaborate with your project as a freelancer, you can contact me. There's my email. Or maybe you can create a project on CD Trader, contact me by LinkedIn, I don't know. There are a lot of ways. You have all the links here on my YouTube page. If you want figures like this one, or maybe assets for your collection or animations, you can visit my online store, Turbo Squid for 3D modeling, Cost 3D for 3D sculpting, and CD Trader, where you are going to find all the models there. Also, if you want to support the channel, there is a PayPal link there, also on the YouTube page. And what else? I think that's all. That's all, right? Yes, I think that's all. So we're going to continue tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to finish the wings. Right now, let's see, if I am very tired right now, I'm going to try to do maybe tomorrow at night. I don't know. We're going to continue on Kick with another streaming. We are creating Lapras there, the Pokemon. It is a small project. We're going to create small projects on the other platforms. So if you want to, maybe you can join the streaming to the other platforms. You can find me. There is all the links you have here on my YouTube page, and also remember that my username is Fran Salazar Co. So you can find me online, all the pages that I have a profile. My username is the same. So thanks for coming. Please remember to subscribe, and see you in the next one.